Om Namah Shivaya. Good morning, children. I hope all of you understood last session what we have discussed. That is about square numbers. You have learned what are square numbers, how to find square number using actual multiplication, without actual multiplication. You have learned different patterns in square numbers and many properties you have learned. How to check whether a given number is a square number or not by using one of the property, that is sum of first n odd number is n square. And in the last session you have learned what are Pythagorean triplets, how to find members of Pythagorean triplets. All those we have learned. Now let us see the next session of the chapter, that is square roots. The chapter name is squares and square roots. In that square numbers we have learned. Now it is square roots. What do you mean by square roots? Square roots. You have learned subtraction is the inverse operation of addition. Division is the inverse operation of multiplication. Likewise, square root is the inverse operation of squaring a number. Look at the example given here. 2 square. 2 square can be written as 2 into 2. The answer is 4. When you square the number 2, you are getting 4 as answer. And if you are asked, what is square root of 4? Square root of 4 means it is 2. Square of 2 is 4, then square root of 4 is 2. Square of 2 is 4 and square root of 4 is 2. Here you look, 2 square is equal to 2 into 2. The 2 comes in pair. So, square root of 4 will be 2. You will take the 2 one time. The next example, that is 3 square. 3 square can be written as 3 into 3, which is equal to 9. So, square of 3 is 9. Square root of 9 can be calculated as, consider this 3 into 3. 3 comes in pair. So, take that 3 only once. So, square root of 9 will be equal to, square root of 9 will be equal to 3. So, square of 3 is 9 and square root of 9 is 3. Clear? There are 3 different methods to find square roots that we will learn now. First method to find the square root is repeated subtraction method. The first method to find square root is repeated subtraction method. Second one, it is prime factorization method, and third one, it is division method. So first we will see how to find square root using repeated subtraction method. For that, you have learned the property, the sum of first n odd number is n square. Using that property, we are going to find square root using repeated subtraction method. The method is, you will subtract odd numbers starting from 1, 3, 5, etc. from the given number till you get 0 as remainder. After that, count the number of times, how many times you have subtracted. That number of times will give the square root of the given number. Let us see one example. You know 64 is a square number. You know 64 is a square number. Now let us see how we are finding square root of 64 using the repeated subtraction method. What is the method? You will subtract 1, 3, 5, etc. from the given number till you get 0 as remainder. Now see how we are doing. Answer: 64 minus 1 is 63. Next, 63 minus, next odd number is 3. Don't subtract 2. You want to subtract odd numbers only. See, first odd number is 1. So, the next odd number is 3. So, 3 you want to subtract. 63 minus 3 is 60. Next, 60 minus. Next odd number it is 5. So you want to subtract 5. It is 55. Next 55 minus next odd number it is 7. 48 is the answer. Next 48 minus 9. 39. Next 39 minus 11. It is 28. 28 minus 13. It is 15. So till 13 we have reached. The next odd number it is 15. That is 15 minus 15. You are getting 0 as answer. Look here. We have, what did we do? We have subtracted 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 and 15. All those are odd numbers, continuous odd numbers. Till you get 0 as remainder, you are subtracting. So the next step is you will count the number of times you have subtracted. How many times you have subtracted? Let us number it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many times we have subtracted? We have subtracted 8 times. So we can say that square root of 64 is equal to 8. Square root of 64 is equal to 8. Let us see one more example, that is how to find square root of 121 using repeated subtraction method. Here it is 121 minus 120. Continuously subtracting till you get 0 as answer. To find the square root of 121, what you have to do? Count the number of times you have subtracted, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So square root of 121 is 11. How many times we have subtracted? 11 times. So square root of 121 is equal to 11. All of you understood how to find square root using repeated subtraction method? Now, let us see how to represent square root using simple. What is the symbol for square root? Positive square root of a number is denoted by the symbol. This is the symbol for square root. You have seen how to find the square root of 64 and square root of 121. So, we will write like this: square root of, we read it as square root. Square root of 64 is equal to 8. Square root of 121 is equal to 11. This is the symbol for square root. Now let us see the second method. There is second method of finding square root. What is that method? Prime factorization method. You know how to prime factorize a given number, that you have already learned how to prime factorize a number. Now let us see how to find square root using prime factorization method. Here I have written one example, that is how to find square root of 256 using prime factorization method. First of all, you want to prime factorize the number 256. Prime factorize means you will divide the number by prime numbers. First prime number it is 2. First you will see whether the given number can be divided by 2. If a number is divisible by 2, that number will end with 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. Here the number ends with 6. So it can be divisible by 2. So first you are dividing it by 2. 2 divided by 2 it is 1. 5 divided by 2 it is 2. 2 2s are 4. So here it is 5. 1 remaining will be there. That 1 comes in front of 6. Consider it as 16. Then you are dividing 16 by 2, that is 8. Next, again that number ends with 8, so you can divide it by 2. 1 divided by 2 you cannot do, so consider 12. 12 divided by 2 it is 6. 8 divided by 2 it is 4. Again, the number ends with 4, so you can divide it by 2. divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 it is 3. 4 divided by 2 it is 2. Here again divided by 2. 32 divided by 2. 3 divided by 2 it is 1. Here 1 into 2, 2. Here it is 3. 1 will be remaining, that comes in front of 2, so that you are dividing 12 by 2 in the next step. That is 12 divided by 2 it is 6. Next 16 divided by 2 8. 8 divided by 2 4. And 4 divided by 2 it is 2. 2 divided by 2 it is 1. After prime factorizing, write the number in product form like this. 2 into 2 into 2 into etc. After prime factorizing, the next step is to pair the numbers. Pair means the same prime numbers, you will group it in 2. 2 into 2, that will come under one group. That means pairing the number. 2 into 2, underline 2 into 2. Next 2 into 2 you will underline, like that pair it and separate it. Now 256, if 256 is equal to 2 into 2 into etc., then square root of 256 means you have already paired the number. Then from this you will take only 1 2 for this answer. In this pair, consider only 2. From here another 2. From here another 2. From here another 2. So take only 1 1 numbers from there. From this pair consider only 1 2. From this pair another 2, like that. So root of 256 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, that is 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. So square root of 256 is equal to 16. Understood how we have done? Prime factorize first, then pair the number, and while finding the square root, from that paired number consider only one number. Then multiply. Clear? I'll show you one more example with a 4-digit number. Here it is a 3-digit number only. Next, one more example I will show you with 4-digit number. Now, next see the number 5929. 5929. The number ends with 9. So, you cannot divide it by 2. Next prime number it is 3. You can check whether the number is divisible by 3. Divisibility test you have already learned. How can you check whether a number is divisible by 3? By adding all the digits, the sum is divisible by 3. Then the given number also will be divisible by 3. Now you can add 5 plus 9, 14. 14 plus 2, 16. 16 plus 9, it is 25. It is not divisible by 3. So the next prime number it is 5. And divisibility test for 5 is, if a number ends with 0 or 5, then the number will be divisible by 5. Here the number does not end with 0 or 5. So with 5 also you cannot divide. Next prime number it is 7. Now let us see, can we divide it by 7? In 59, how many 7s are there? 8 7s are 56. So you will write 8 here. 8 7s are 56. But here it is 59. So that 3 will be remaining there. In the next case, you will consider 32 divided by 7. 32 divided by 7. 7 4s are 28. 7 5s are 35. So we will take 7 4s are 28. So we are writing 4 here. 7 4s are 28. So again, in which number is remaining there, then 32 minus 28, it will be 4. So that 4 will be coming in front of 9. So that this is 49. In the next step, that is 49 divided by 7, it is 7. Next, again, you can divide it by 7. 8 divided by 7, one time. 1 into 7, 7. So 1 is remaining there. If that 1 comes in front of 4, it is 14. 14 divided by 7, it is 2. Again, 7 divided by 7, it is 1. And now you look 121. 121, it is the square of 11. You have already learned. This, you cannot divide it by 7 or any other prime number. Because you know 121 is 11 into 11. So you can divide it by 11 only. So divide it by 11. Answer is 11 here. So again divide by 11, 1. So by prime factorizing 5929, you got 7 into 7 into 11 into 11. The next step I told you, it is pairing. Group the number. Same numbers can be paired. 7 into 7 in one group, so 11 into 11 in another group, like that you pair it. Next step it is finding the square root of 5929. That is equal to, among this pair, 2 sevens are here, take only 1 7. And here 2 11s are there, take only 1 11. So the answer is 77. Is it clear? See, if you cannot divide it in short like this, you can divide it separately and find the answer, but it will take time. You have to practice in this way itself.